Good afternoon, everybody. I decided that today's Instagram TV would be a little trip down to see our eco beehive. It's a bit of a nature walk today. This came about when we just moved in last year, and we were looking for events locally, and we found a couple that live about 20 minutes drive away from us who basically rewild bees. They're not beekeepers as such. What they do is they're more interested in actually maintaining and trying to encourage wild bees. So they never or very rarely take any honey off the bees that they've got. They've got lots of different types of hives, and they're more interested in keeping bees alive and keeping wild bees alive, which obviously, as everybody knows, is so vitally important for the world. So we went to visit them in their garden, had an open garden day, and I've always loved bees. My father was a beekeeper. Nigel's dad was a beekeeper as well. So yeah, they're just such fascinating creatures that you couldn't fail to be interested in them, really. So what we did was we actually bought one of Adam's hives, and he makes these hives specifically to go into trees or woods or wherever he thinks there might be a good chance of getting a wild bee population. We do have a lot of wild bees around here. In fact, we do have one community in our disused chimney in the chateau, which apparently, according to Adam, is very, very old. So that's fantastic. We've managed to maintain that for all those years. But this hive, as you can see, is up in this beautiful oak tree. Adam put it up last year, and if I get close enough, you can probably see that we've got some scouts in there today sussing this hive out. They're very, very interested in it, which is wonderful news. Because last year we had a hiccup with it. We didn't put it up until the end of May, and what happened was the swarm came in fairly quickly, a couple of weeks afterwards, and unfortunately we had such a dry summer, a lot of drought. The bees couldn't feed, there wasn't enough pollen for them, and also we had an attack in the autumn, about sort of late September, October time. We had an attack of Asian hornets, and Nigel and I stood here and watched them actually picking the bees off as they were flying to the hive and carrying them away to their own grubs. Apparently what they do is they take the heads off them and just feed them live to the grubs, so that's fairly horrendous. So the Asian hornets are quite a big danger to these populations of natural bees. However, if the hive's strong enough early on, then they are likely to close ranks and fight them off. So basically what Adam did was he came and he blocked the bottom hole of the hive off just to stop any more invasions. And we've just got the one hole in the centre of the hive at the moment. But as you can see, there's a lot of activity there. And we're hoping that this new swarm will come as soon as the weather picks up a little bit, probably. According to Adam, as soon as it gets to be a hot day, we're likely to get a swarm. And as I say, these bees are really, really interested in the hive, and they'll be able to smell the honey from the previous bees. So that's really good news. And we just leave them to it. We're not intending doing anything with this swarm this year. We'll just leave them to build the supplies up, fill the hive with honey, for hopefully keep them going over winter. And then maybe next year we'll put some I can't remember exactly what they're called, but Nigel knows. You slot some little sort of brackets into the top, and they'll put honey in there, and hopefully we might be able to collect a little bit, but we certainly wouldn't take much off them. The idea for us is that we're helping the environment, and that's the main purpose of having that hive there. So that's that. So we've got a bit of a rainy, miserable outlook today. here in the Creuse. It's been quite sort of violent thunderstorms for the past couple of days. That's what's stopping the bees actually swarming into the hive. They need to wait until the weather's a little bit more settled before they'll come in. But it's just really nice to see that they're interested. I was a little bit worried that we might have to sort of clear it all out and start again, but Adam, the beekeeper, says no, just leave them to it, and sure enough, he's right, and they're in there. So that's good news. And the one good thing about all the rain is it's bringing on the garden really, really well. I managed to pick up a few plants from again, Adam and his partner left us some plants out that she dug up from her garden, particularly looking for bee-friendly plants. So we've got a few more of those put in, and to be honest, they've picked up really well since I planted them yesterday. So everything's starting to fill out, and as soon as we get a bit of sun back, it'll be good growing weather. Okay, bye for now.